So it always
Good
goes.
morning, or no, it's not morning. Good evening.
Late.
Oh, I forgot where I was. No wonder I thought I was tired. I was like, yeah, I feel like I haven't even slept.
Yeah.
Makes sense.
What's going
How's
on?
everybody doing tonight? Welcome to Posh Pit, the Posh
Woo-hoo,
Pit.
Posh Pit.
I
I
like
like
it.
that. Sounds good.
That's good. Oh, here they come again.
Uh-oh. It's motorcycle people.
Eh, they're four wheelers, quads. They just ride them up and down the highway.
That's too funny.
Hello, Shantae. I'm glad you decided to take the leap.
Woo-hoo.
Good morning, Val. Maureen. Hello, hello, hello. I'm just waiting for a few more people to come in and we'll get started. I sent Glenn a message and Carol, bargain shopping. I sent her a message.
Hopefully they'll come on.
Yeah.
Hang out with us for a little bit.
I am going to send Sally a message just so I say I did.
Are you up? Are you up?
All right. So I sent her a message and we'll get it started. So somebody had mentioned, I think, is it Mary? I think it was Mary
Mm-hmm.
that mentioned that, let's see here. I'm trying to bring it up. She was wondering how, I think it was Mary. She was wondering how we did or how you do parties on Poshmark. And so I thought, well, that's a great topic and question, and easy, very, very easy to do. Um, so I'll show you how to do that. And you can, you can actually see, uh, what is it? You can see the parties that are coming up.
Yeah.
So let me look and see if I can find that post. I think it's here somewhere. Sally said she'd be in just a minute.
Okay.
I'm glad I messaged her. And well, I'm not finding it. I think it was Mary.
Was she wanting to become
Um,
like a party, like to host her own party, or how to get like to share the parties, or?
Basically, what it is there are. I don't know the whole story around it, but I know that when you go on. Okay, so what I'm going to do is. Let's see.
Maureen. Maureen was the one that asked
Oh,
about
that's
it.
right. That's right. It's Maureen.
Thank you, Maureen.
Sorry. Let's see here. All right. Get out of Facebook. Hi, California greenhorn fisherman.
Ooh.
Okay. Let me see. Let me look at my Poshmark real quick and see if there's. I think there's one going on right now. They usually have 4 a day,
Mm-hmm.
I believe. Um, like right now, there's 51 minutes left in the men's style party.
Right.
And then the next one starts at 7 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. pretty flirty, girly party. And then, so they give you a list of the upcoming parties. And to find that out, as you go up to where the search bar is, you look right down below it, and over on the very last one, it'll say parties. So if you click on that, it'll tell you what party's happening now and what's coming up if you scroll down. So it's actually pretty cool, because what happens... Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and screen share.
Yeah.
Hi, Carol.
Hi.
Glad you could make it.
Thank you.
Okay, so Carol, do you do the parties?
Mhm.
You go into the parties. I think it's really good because it actually gives you more exposure. Because you're getting you're putting that your listing, or the listing that you're sharing, you're putting that out um, to the party.
I just share to the parties. You go into the party?
No, you're just
Is this
sharing. Yeah,
sharing to the party? Okay, I didn't know if there was
right,
something else that I didn't
right.
know about. I'm like, maybe there
Yeah,
is. Okay.
yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Every time I do it, I do it. Yeah.
Yeah. So you know how you go in. Okay. So when you're going into somebody that shared your stuff, and you're going into their closet and you're sharing their stuff, basically it's the same thing, but you're sharing. You can share whatever you want, but it'll say, okay, I'm getting
Yeah,
ahead of myself here.
go ahead and screen share. Yeah.
Getting ahead of myself.
Oh, no.
Okay. So let me go over here. Okay, so this is what you'll see. So a men's style party, and you'll join this party. So we're just going to click on that. Maybe. Okay, and then it'll show you the host. It'll even tell you party details. And then these down below here, this is what people have shared to the party. So basically, it's anything men or male related. Shirts, ties, hats, pretty much anything. Shoes, watches, socks, pretty much anything that you can think of. So basically, when you go to, so let me go to my closet, which is kind of a mess right now.
I just cleaned mine up too.
Oh, mine is horrible. Okay, so let's do this RVCA. So to get into the party, I'm going to go down to share. And then here it says to my followers, or do I want to share to party happening now, which is men's style party. So I'm going to click on that. And it shared that to the party. So if anybody sees that post and they say, oh, I love RVCA, I got to have that shirt, they're going to go to that and they're going to buy it. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Is that clear?
Yeah.
Yep.
So you can do that on all of your men's stuff. So basically, when I go to share, I will go to the purse and I'm going to share. I don't want to do that necessarily. Let me go back. So I'm going to share that purse, but then I'm to my followers. So I'm just going to share it to my regular followers. But when I get over to the shirt, I'm going to share it to the men's style, and I'm going to share everything that's men's. I'm going to share it to the style party.
Okay, Shantae had a question. When you can RSVP to some of the parties when they pop up on your phone through the app. Is there a purpose for that, maybe, or is
It
there a
just
reason to
says,
RSVP in there?
do you want to join?
Okay.
And you would put yes. I would recommend, if that ever comes up, join as many parties as you can. Even if you don't have anything to put in it.
Right.
I would still join them because I don't know. I just think it gives you a little more exposure.
Right.
I would think.
It might be part of their algorithm too that we don't know about.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Because we don't know it goes into that. There's some magic thing somewhere,
Right. Exactly.
In the Posh universe.
Well, you
So
don't
it's
know, so you might as well
yeah,
take every opportunity to.
absolutely. So the good thing about this is you can, you've got your followers and you've got, your community that you've, created basically by following so many people and all of this. But when you go to the parties, you have a much, much larger, viewing, what am I trying to say?
Audience.
Yeah, like an
Audience.
audience.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, I mean, a lot more people are seeing that post.
Right, because if
So,
you do a tradition like us and you have 10,000 followers, only 10,000 people see it. Where if people are looking at that party, it could be whatever, how many people are in that party.
yeah, it could be
Right.
100,000.
Yeah, we don't know. I don't know.
Yeah, right. You never know.
Yeah.
They also say that when there's a party going on, that you should share more frequently
Yes.
because there's more people online just for those parties. A lot of the buyers will go on and they'll just go, during the party time. And so even if you don't have anything to, put towards the party, there's still more, more people out there looking.
Right.
So did I explain that okay?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, that was, I mean, it's pretty simple as far as the parties go and
It
sharing it to them.
is. It's kind of deceiving with the party type because you think, oh, I've got to have a party and I've got to have a host and I don't want to get into all that. That's
Yeah.
what I would say. I don't want anything to do with that. But it's very simple. You're just basically sharing to the party.
Yeah.
So it's kind of like a potluck.
Yeah.
Kind of like that. But yeah, that's what that's about. Let's see over here. All right. So, what's some other questions? Anybody else have any questions about that?
They're talking about elbows.
Sorry, my phone rang. I'm like, really?
Oh, cool.
I'm the only person that has a house phone, and it's only family that calls on it. So,
So you got to answer it.
yeah.
Yeah, I understand.
That are telemarketers.
Yeah.
I did some research the other day because you know how I said I just go in and put all my stuff in and then I figure it out as I go along. And I didn't know this, and maybe you guys knew this already. You know how if something's over 5 pounds, we as sellers have to pay for the overage. I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't even know that. That was the first thing I'm like, because I was trying to figure out how I would charge the customer, and I was like looking up. I put that in the question center, but I didn't know that we had to pay for the overages.
Yeah.
So that's good to know if someone's selling something heavy or if you're doing a bundle that's over 5 pounds. I never even knew that.
Right. And it's the same like if you go over a pound, say you've got a sweater or something and you put in it's a little bit over 1 pound, you still you have to pay for that overage of 1.5 ounces. That's your.
But I thought I could put that over to the customer that buying it. Like if they were buying something from me that weighed like 6 pounds on my listing, I thought I could charge them for 6 pounds and not the 5 pound rate, but it's not.
No.
It's saying that you have to. So that's something that I didn't know, and I'm sure other people probably might not know. Although with clothing and stuff that we're selling, a lot of it you're not getting it over the 5 pounds unless you do a bundle.
Right.
But just keep that in mind if you do a bundle, because I just found out this today. that there's upgrade label fees, and I didn't even know that. I haven't sold enough on there to one person to go over 5 pounds. I only wish.
Just don't bundle jeans, whatever you do.
Yeah, well, you never know, right? It's quick.
Yeah.
But that was something I didn't even know. You don't think about it when you're doing it. You're thinking, okay, yeah, the flat rate, the customer's paying for it, and I was looking to see, just so I can mention it on the program, like how do we do if it weighs more than 5 pounds, and then I read up that it's we have to pay for it. So
yeah,
and it's like,
sucks.
and yeah, they have the rates on there. Yeah, it's another $3.99 if it goes to 6 pounds, which is a lot to come up with. I mean, it's not a lot. It's not a lot, but it's a lot when you're calculating out a price for a customer, and they might not realize that you have to pay another $4 on something. And like I said, I didn't even know. I didn't even know that. I would have been in trouble.
Yeah, I mean, because
Sally.
if you gave them on offer and didn't calculate that in, that could really
That can take all your profits.
Yeah, absolutely.
Like for me, I probably would have at that point, if I would have gotten something over $5, I would have stopped and said, okay, well, let me just figure this out first. But for people who are like me that just jump in and don't read,
right?
Which is me, I'm honest. You could lose all your profit. I was shocked. I was like, oh my God.
Yeah.
So it's probably better to read up on it and don't do it the way I do it.
Okay, so question. Hey, Sally.
Hey.
I almost said good morning again, but
it is for me.
I know.
Good morning for you.
I opened the show with good morning. Go figure. Okay, so a question from Bridget. Do you sell jewelry on Posh? Does it do better on there than eBay? I see a lot of people selling jewelry. And I don't know, Carol, you sell a lot of jewelry on.
Yeah, I sold it equally the same on both mediums, which is kind of strange. I tend to I try to put the newer stuff on Posh that I can probably get a little bit more money for. And I've bought lots and jewelry jars and that sort of thing. I'll bulk that up and put that on eBay. But I probably sold around the same amount. Like not a big, huge jewelry seller, but I sold some stuff on there. You get a lot more money on Poshmark. So I try to put the better things on Posh and then the cheaper things on eBay. But yeah, they do sell, which I was surprised because, and I'm surprised people don't bundle when they do that because you're already paying the $6.95, whatever that is they pay up front. Like, why not bundle a couple necklaces or something? I just don't get it. Oh, a shirt. I thought they would.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, they don't.
So yeah, I mean, I would definitely put some pieces of jewelry on Posh. I've seen a lot of jewelry, a lot of really nice handmade jewelry, and just regular store bought jewelry. So and I've seen it very, very expensive pieces or the $3.99 pieces. So I definitely think and like Carol said, you can put it on Posh and you tend to get a little bit more. They're not, as nickel and diming at you on Posh as they would on eBay. Wow. Trying to get that bottom dollar. So if they like the piece, they're going to buy it.
Yeah.
And the ones that I sold weren't even name brands. They weren't even marked. But it was the design of it. So the design caught them, not necessarily the maker, which was kind of funny too, because you don't know.
It's those statement pieces, Yeah,
this one was a choker with all rhinestones. So there was no maker on it. It was a costume. I put it as costume fashion jewelry, but it still sold. And I think I sold it for like $19.99. So
that's great.
It was pretty good. Yeah, I got it for $3. Really so it was a good flip.
Yeah. Absolutely. Thrill of Thrifting wants to know, how many times can you share to a party? You can share as many times as you want. If you want to sit there and just, click on the party and do that. You've got 5 pieces and you click on all 5 of those, and you can do that in 50 times. Yeah, you can, to your heart's desire. Most people don't have a lot of time to do that. So, but, definitely, I try to share, like we were saying before, I try to share a lot more during the parties. I try to actually share. I share every 2 hours, on even.
Oh, every 2 hours? Wow.
Even time. I try. Sometimes I falter a little bit, but I try to keep that pretty steady. I usually start at, if I can, 6 o'clock. If not 6 o'clock in the morning, I start at 8 o'clock in the morning and go 10, 12, 2, 4, and up until, if I go to bed around 10, then 10's my last one. Normally I will share right before I go to bed, which is about midnight. So.
Do you share a lot when you do it, or just a couple?
I share my whole closet.
Wow, you're really dedicated. I have to give it to you. I know. My stats, I was looking the other day at my Poshmark stats. It was saying I'm like in the top 10 sharer, but I must be like right at 10. You might be at 1. I just do it whenever I think of it, and then I'll do everybody else's, and
yeah,
I don't even know how many I do it because I just go,
Yeah.
But I don't have a set time. I just whenever I have time, and
that's me. I'm horrible.
Yeah, I know. I'm looking at Val like, oh my god, no wonder she's making sales. That's why she's making the sales, and I haven't gotten any. And I sold 2 things, but
I'm like, man,
I know. Now I feel really bad. I'm going to be kicked off the panel. That's it.
No.
I didn't know I had to pay for shipping. I'm not even sharing my booth. I wonder why I don't have sales. I do want to share that I do want to share this is I don't know if you guys have bought stuff, but this is the first thing I bought on Poshmark.
Oh, that's cute.
From my dog. Well, not from my dog. It's about my dog, Golden Retriever cuff bracelet.
That is
I was sharing someone's booth, right? So it goes to show you, and I saw it, I'm like, oh no, I have to get it. It's Golden Retriever. But I am a shopper. Yeah, I thought it was so funny. Yeah, but I did it. But it's funny. I was sharing her booth, not looking for anything to buy. I wasn't looking up Golden Retriever bracelet, but when I saw a dog thing and it was my dog, I'm like, oh no, I had to buy it.
Yeah,
so it worked to her advantage, me sharing her closet.
That's funny.
And someone asked us last week if it was Posh is only in the United States, and it is only in the United States. Yes. I don't know if we answered that yet.
Yeah, they're only in the United States, which I like, so that I don't have to worry
in the territories, Puerto Rico, I think too. The territories, but
yeah.
But and I know that they are working on getting something going, for overseas, but that hasn't happened yet. So I know that
I do like it it's just in the United States, because then it brings on a whole thing of shipping. I don't even.
Yeah, and I think if I was going to participate in that, they would have to have something like, global shipping program. Because I really do think, I know that I've been involved in a couple of, events where, it wasn't quite fair for me, but, as far as an overseas shipment and everything, but, I still am a big believer of global shipping.
Mm-hmm.
And Dwayne's correcting me that it's a closet, not a booth.
Well, tomato.
I know. So it's a closet. Sorry, guys.
All right. So Thriller Thrifting also said, but there's no way to add weight, right? And there isn't specifically, but so you have the what is it, up to 1 pound, and then you have 1 pound to 5 pounds, Is that correct? Or 3 pounds? I think it's 3 pounds.
No, it's
One-
only 5 pounds. It's
only
up to 5 pounds.
Yeah.
It's only 1 up to 5 pounds.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's
And
0
then-
to 5 pounds, and then after 5 pounds, it goes. You got to pay another
Oh.
6
Yeah,
pounds.
yeah, you can only pay for
Is
it after they
it?
buy it.
Maybe you're thinking Macari. I don't know how that one works. I haven't been on that for a long time.
Yeah,
It's
Macari's
0 to 5 pounds. That's why the that's why I said about the shipping. So 0 to 5 pounds. If it goes over 6, you as the seller have to pay the overages, which 6 pounds you have to add a $3.99, and they have it written down $3.99. 7 pounds is $7.98. So once it gets past the 5 pounds, it does get costly with the shipping.
Right.
And you can only do that after they buy the item. You can't.
I was
do it
going to
prior
read
to.
you exactly what it has on the website. It says Poshmark provides a flat rate of $6.49 for expedited shipping for all orders. Each order is shipped using 1 to 3 day priority mail. Shipping is paid for by the buyer. Multiple items from one seller can be added to the order for the same fee as long as the total weight of the order does not exceed 5 pounds.
Okay. I was thinking, you're right. I was thinking Macari.
Yeah.
Because it does have those separate.
Well, that's what happens when you have so many platforms that you're selling on. You're like, wait a minute, what? And I'm really screwed because I don't read any of them, even eBay, and I've been on it since 1998. Although eBay's always changing.
Yeah, they definitely
I
are.
was on it when I had to actually take photographs. So I'm like, I had to take a camera, have pictures developed, and then downloaded. That's, yeah. And you got checks, and then you had to have them clear. Yeah.
That's crazy.
Yeah, I was just doing that for funsies that time.
Deb's Treasures. Can someone recommend a video on Posh to help me get started? I'm trying to think of somebody.
I just jump in, Deb. That's what I did. I just set an account and I started with one item, as long as it doesn't weigh over 5 pounds. And there's plenty of YouTubers out there that if you got stuck, you could reach out.
Yeah,
and ask somebody, or even ask, like I said last time, Posh got back to me in 24 hours.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
it's not any different than eBay. It's actually easier, to be honest.
It really is. It's a different, kind of a different format because the way that you take the pictures and you add the pictures, but it's easy. I mean, if you're listing on eBay, you can definitely do this. So sometimes you just have to jump in with both feet, and if you have questions, there's people here that can help you, and if we don't know the answer, then we'll figure it out.
Yeah, we're all kind of learning together. We're all learning together. We're all fairly new.
That's why we're here.
Yeah, we're not experts. That's why we have Sally reading up all the documentation online. Right? And this is another thing that I found that I was surprised. I thought it was like 20%, right? Fees. But it says for sales under $15, there's a flat commission of $2.95. I didn't know that either. But all my stuff was over that anyway, because it's not like...
Right.
But I just to let people know, though, because I didn't know that.
Yep.
And then everything else over $15 is 20%.
Right.
So
I didn't know there was a flat fee.
So it's a $2.95 fee plus the 20%.
Flat up to up to $15.
$15.
Okay.
$2.95. If you sell something, if you sell something for $8, they take $2.95. Right. If it goes over $15, then it's 20%.
Okay. So
I didn't know that. I don't even pay attention.
It's not both.
No, but up to $15. So once you hit 15 or over, they take 20%. Below 15, it's a flat fee. So if you sell something for, I wouldn't think you'd sell something for $3 if it's $2.95.
I sold that one thing so far, and it was $15, and they took $3.
Yeah, 15 or over, it's 20%.
Yeah.
But I don't know isn't that awful? Like now that I've sold stuff like that I was trying to get rid of under $10 or $10. I didn't even know I just look at what they give me, and as long as it's more than what I make, I'm all
Yeah.
set with it. I didn't even pay attention.
Yeah.
Interesting.
So that was another thing I learned new. This
Hang on
show's
just a minute.
helping me out. It
I
might
will
not
be
be
right
helping.
back.
Yep. It might not be helping everybody else out, but it is helping me out.
Yeah.
Because now I'm actually reading up on stuff.
Yeah, that'll help you consider for sure.
Well, no, because
Take that.
I didn't know that. I thought it was 20%.
Yeah, that $2.95. That's a good thing if you do anything under $15, which helps, because that way you know exactly what that fee is going to be right off the get go. The other percentage, is kind of. But that's the good thing when you list, though, you can see what the percentage is. There you go.
She went out. She said she's going to go out for a minute.
Oh,
Mother's mustache. Ansley says, I am concerned about selling designer items that they say it's fake. Well, if it's real designer, if you know it's really not fake,
yeah.
I'm not sure. I know if it's a high price, they do that concierge thing, if it's over 500, if it's something real expensive, but I'm not sure what.
If it's over $500, that they send it off that concierge, it goes to Poshmark.
Yeah.
Poshmark does.
But I
their
don't know.
reviews
She's
or
saying that
whatever.
she's concerned about selling designer items. I've sold some stuff that were designer and no one's. I mean, I'm not high end designer, so I don't know. Ansley might have some high end stuff.
Yeah.
I would say
I
just
don't know.
do everything you can
If
to
you
make sure
and take
that
pictures of every angle, everything, every tag. That way, if you're worried about someone saying it's fake, you can prove that it. You have the legit tags. I'm not sure what she's trying to sell because I know handbags is hard. I'm not a professional at finding fakes. So like handbags, I don't.
I emailed them.
Just these
I emailed them about that. The
cheaper Coach bags
authenticity.
that I've had for 10 years aren't worth more than $50. Yeah, if you look at yours, Ansley, she was saying about Coach bags. I had Coach bags I sold on Dwayne's thing a couple months ago or whatever, and they were legitimately mine. Like I used them, so I knew they were real. If you know that they're real, you don't need to. If it's something cheap like a Coach bag, I wouldn't worry about it. Now, if you buy one at the bins or something, look it up and see if you can authenticate it because you don't want to sell something that that's fake.
Right.
Yep.
As real, even if it's cheap, you don't want to get into that whole thing. How eBay doesn't like it, but I'm not saying they would like it, but I'm saying if you legitimately didn't know. But if they're yours, then sell it. You don't have to have it authenticated unless it's like a big money item.
Right.
And if you email them, they have 3 people that they'll send you websites to go through that are very reasonable. Because I have a stole that I'm about to go through and use one of them. So only because it's a larger item. But
You have a what?
I have a first stole.
Oh, for a stole. I thought you said stove. I'm like, you're selling a stove? I was like, what?
I probably could though, but not on Poshmark. But no, they do. If you email them, they have the 3 that they'll send you to, and that it goes all web based, and it's very, as far as price wise, great. And they send you the certification of that thing.
Wow.
So
We have to pay for that, right?
it's like $25, I think.
Yeah, but she's saying for
That's
like a
not that
$50
bad.
Coach purse that's used.
Not like
So
that.
for
I'm
something
talking
something like that, like I said, Ansley, just take pictures of everything so they can't swap it out either on you and say, oh, she sent me this purse and it's really not the purse that you sent. So just make sure like all the labels on Coach, there's usually a number, a lot of times. If you know it's that, if you don't know, if you're unsure, then don't sell it.
Yeah.
Like if I'm unsure of something, if I think it, especially I'm not like, I know handbags, they do it a lot. I don't, you can do research. There's so many sites out there.
Yeah, there definitely is. I've watched a lot of YouTube videos on authenticating what to look for, what's a telltale sign that it's a fraud, right off the bat. So, that's, just look on YouTube and you can definitely find a video, telling you that. But, yeah, definitely.
So Nancy's asking if the authentication, is it $25 fee? Is that what it is?
Yeah,
Or is that what just?
they have 3 different ones, and 2 of them do handbags and wallets. I can give
Okay.
Valerie the links to them if she wants to post them.
Yeah, because Ansley's saying she has a Gucci bag, and she wanted to know how much they would charge for to have it authenticated.
And you can always email Poshmark too. They'll send them to you also, because that's where I got mine from. But yeah, I can give Valerie the links and see if she
Okay.
wants.
Yeah, we can.
But it was
definitely,
$25. So $25. Is that what it is?
That was for the one for the stole. So I would look at the different ones. But yeah, I do have.
Okay.
I have 3 different ones that they sent me.
But I'm sure if that's that, I'm sure that's probably like the norm for authentication. I bet.
I think so. But yeah, I can send it.
Another thing I read up on that I didn't know, that they have 3 hours after the order's placed to cancel. Oh, bless you. I didn't know that either. Did anybody else? Sally, did you?
Nope. So they have 3 days to cancel.
3 hours. 3 hours. Well, you do too. If you buy something, it's because I was looking it up. If you have 3 hours after orders placed to cancel, so you can go into your account tab, my purchase, like for the person, my purchases, select problems or order inquiry, and then you select accidental purchase. So if someone accidentally purchased it, so 3 hours. I didn't know that.
Yeah, so that's definitely something to,
as a buyer, if you did, or to keep in mind for yourself. But if it was already shipped, if you placed the order and someone said, "Oh, I'm going to the post office right now," and already brought it to the post office, then that's null and void. If it's already shipped, that the 3 hours is not applicable.
Not yeah, absolutely.
Which I didn't know that either. Like I said, I'm like, you guys are making me do homework. I'm learning.
That's good because,
See, I should read this before you go in. You know what I mean? But I don't. See, I'm really bad with that. It's like, oh, yeah, put that on, sell it, make a few dollars. I'm happy. Until something happens, then I'm like.
Right. Looking it up and trying to figure out what's going on. And yeah, absolutely. So Shantae says, do you get a lot of returns on Posh? How does that work? There's no returns, right?
There's no there's no returns really. Unless it's...
I have heard of people getting returns, but it has to be, you have to, it's not like buyer's remorse.
No.
Like it has
to be damaged. Like if I send like a necklace and they got it, a pearl. I actually, this just happened to me on eBay, so that's why I'm bringing this up. I shipped a fake pearl necklace or whatever, Sarah Coventry or whatever, and they got it. And by the time they got there, I don't know what happened, but it broke. They said so, and they showed me pictures. So, like if that happened on Posh, I would return it. I haven't had anything on Posh yet, but I consider that my fault. Same thing with eBay. Like I return the customer the money. I'm like, if it's and of course I sent it first class.
If it was, and that's well, but that's the good thing too about sending things through priority. That everything that goes through there, if it comes back and it's broken or damaged or anything, you can put a
get your money back. Yeah, that's what happened on eBay. I put it first class because it was just a necklace, and I try to give the cheapest to the customer.
Sure.
And in this case, it didn't work. Whatever. It's part of doing business. You got to be able to lose one sale here or there. Sure. I don't take returns, so sure. In general, but
yeah. So as far as somebody getting it, there's not a it didn't fit. Yeah. There's not that option. Mm-hmm. That is not an option for a return. So, it's very important, put your measurements in, take good pictures, all of that, because that, I'm assuming that the customer knows that also, that, if they buy something, they're not going to be able to return it just because it didn't fit.
Yeah, I had a lady that bought shoes for me one time and they didn't fit her, and she asked questions. Well, she couldn't return them because they didn't fit her because they were the size that she bought. We had conversation. She ended up selling them on Poshmark, but I was okay with that because they didn't fit her. Okay, we got to do something with them. So But yeah, it literally you have to have stripes and send somebody a flowered shirt in order for it not to be described. It has to be something like that, not just
Right. Blatant, yeah, definitely.
A big old stain on the front of it,
Right. And that's attractive to me. I like that because, they can't just rent it. They can't just buy it and wear it and then send it back when they're done with it.
Right.
So that's a good thing. Most definitely.
Sally, I was just reading your post here, and at first I thought you were like making fun of me. Because I'm like,
Carol,
she's like, Carol Diva's being a diva. I'm like, oh, am I talking too much? I thought I was like taking over the conversation. And then I realized it was not that.
Carol Diva.
What a diva she is. Well, when you see your name, it sticks out. And I just saw diva. And I had to like, what?
That's funny.
That is funny because I was like, oh no.
All right. So creating happy Mondays, Shelly said, how many things are you selling a day, Valerie? Anywhere from 1 to, I would say 3 to, probably 3 is about my average. I think I started, when did I originally open I think it was like the beginning of the year. And I started it, kind of fizzled out on it, didn't really get into it. And then I came back April 17th. And from April 17th to now, I've sold 31 things. So not bad, about an item a day on average. So that's good.
That's really good because I sold 2 the beginning of the week. Last week I had like nothing. Although I haven't really been doing a lot on it. I haven't added to it. And I think that makes a difference because once I start adding, but I sold 2 on one day, which was kind of odd. And then then nothing.
Yeah.
So mine's kind of up and down.
I think it does, with the, I'm sure there's an algorithm.
The sharing,
somewhere.
the sharing must be it because if you're selling that many, that every 2 hours, it's like feeding a baby. Oh, ding ding! Wait a minute. Feeding time. Wait a second.
And I don't really know where I came up with that, but I just figured, that's a good way to keep that. And like I said, sometimes I'll miss a sharing, session, but
but obviously it's working because I have even more things than you do on there, and I've shared everybody else's, I share my own, but I don't do it as strategically as you do. But maybe there's something to that consistently. How's that consistently?
I definitely, I feel like those, like there's little things with eBay that you can do, like give free shipping, have your item at the right price. There's little things that you can do to get that sale. Well, I think that's what it is with Poshmark. Like that's kind of like the thing that keeps the wheel turning. And if people are seeing your stuff, like, that's how eBay does theirs. Like they, if you, do these certain things, then you get at the top of the list or whatever, whenever somebody searches your item. But if, on Poshmark, they don't really have those. So really all they have is the sharing. That's the only way to.
I know way at the beginning when I first started it was someone that was on one of the channels. I don't even know. Someone that I don't really follow, but she was saying that there's a 30-minute method. They were all talking about this 30-minute method and to share others, share your own, do this, do that. I didn't, me. I decided I wasn't going to follow the system.
I think I tried that. It's actually a longer system than that. It takes a lot longer to do that system. And
what was it? It was sharing. What was the other thing they did? That 30-minute method. I can't even remember. That was a long time ago. I never did it, so
I can't remember what what
I think
all
they
it
said like
was.
add things and make changes and drop price, something like, I can't even remember.
Yeah, but you're supposed to be able to go in there and do it all, kind of
I think it's
in
just
30
showing that you're
minutes.
active. I think you're just showing that you're active. So no matter what you're doing, like you're coming every 2 hours. So you're showing you as an active member. You're sharing every 2 hours. So they're saying, oh, this Valerie, she really wants to be on Posh.
Yeah.
And they're looking at me and saying, she doesn't know what she's doing.
Oh, Carol.
Let her go back to eBay. You know what I mean? But they see consistency, and
Right.
so you always look like you're on. Where mine's like, okay, I'll go crazy one day, and then I won't do it for 2 days, and then I'll go crazy. So I think your consistency method, and I would say this to everybody, that it probably is working because you're selling more than I am.
Yeah.
Right.
And maybe your product's better.
Well, I
We kind of
just
sell the same. I mean, we sell clothing
we
and
do. We do. We sell a lot of the same items, and I think having a great array of products, helps a lot because you can, those people that are you're not gonna please everybody if you have 100 things on, you might get one or two, possible, somebody that's interested. But I think if you have, I definitely am looking to, increase my store. I want to, go as far as I can with it and keep adding to it. And so, and I've just basically been, I've been listing some of my stuff that hasn't been even listed on eBay, but I've also, been taking stuff from eBay, and putting it on Mercari, and so kind of cross posting everything. So just trying to get some stuff out there and get it
I have a
sold.
lot. I have a lot on Posh, but it's still not, like I said, I think the consistency, I think I'm going to try your method. And like I said, it's all a trial and error. We don't know. Well, I'm not speaking for everybody else. I don't know.
Right.
So we're all
Right.
learning at the same time. And
Absolutely.
yeah, if it's working for you, heck,
Yeah.
I'm going to try it. If you're selling 2 or 3 a day, I'll be sitting there all day.
But, and like I was telling Sally, with eBay, we have promoted listings, we have sales, we have, things like that. And I mean, you can kind of tell if, things are selling because you put you put a campaign up for promoted listings, or you put a sale up or something. But you can definitely, I don't know, I can tell if I've listed a lot. Like today, I really haven't listed a whole lot. And I can kind of tell I haven't got a sale today.
Yeah.
But it's like, it's based on me. It's based on what I do. If I do a lot, I'm going to get a sale. If I don't do a lot, I'm probably not going to get a sale. So I like that because, the sky's the limit. And that's kind of the way that I look at it,
I like it and I
So.
don't, because there's some days that I don't, something comes up and you don't want to listen. It feels like, okay, well, like on eBay, I have like 2,400 items. Look, I shouldn't have to list every day if I have 2,400, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And then
Right.
I have 500 on Posh. I would hope that could just like fend for itself for a few days if I had to, but
Right.
evidently it doesn't. I think they do like to see you in there. I really do, because it's true.
Yeah.
When you start listing, it makes it like I haven't had any sale. I shouldn't say that. I had like 3 or something sales on eBay
Mm-hmm.
in the past day or so. But if I listed stuff and I haven't, I would have a lot more.
Right. And I do think, that's the thing too, is my eBay has definitely suffered because I have not been paying as much attention to eBay as I am Poshmark. But I figure it's a pretty good trade-off, just because I'm getting more for the items, on Poshmark. So, than I would on eBay. I don't know.
eBay's still better for me. Although I do have other things as well as just clothing.
Sure.
So, but eBay, I still they told me how many items I had sold, but like right now I have like $300 from the beginning of the year, which is not a lot for me. You know what I mean? Like, I'm like, that's it. I want to
Yeah. But I would like to get into, and this is something that I'm working on, is getting to that point where I'm listing on Poshmark and, putting a listing up, and I want to be able to list it on Poshmark and then immediately cross post it to the other platforms. I want it smooth. I don't want no hiccups. So I'm still trying to, figure that out and see what the best way to handle that. But I'm working on it.
Yeah, my stuff's all over the place. I don't know what's in where.
Yeah.
I have some stuff that's on Posh that's not on eBay. I have stuff on eBay that's not on Posh, and I have stuff that's not on either one.
Just nowhere.
Yeah, it's.
There. I understand.
Rough.
Yet I still go out shopping.
Yeah, I know.
Let's see. Tam's Place. Oh, actually, Deb's Treasures. Do you have to use lots of keywords? I think keywords are important.
Yes.
Your title. Now they how they, you don't have very much room for your title. So you need to get the most, I say the most important thing to catch somebody's eye, when they're scrolling and going through, all of the listings, you want to have something on there that's going to catch somebody's eye. For me, I think putting the brand is key to put in the title.
It is.
I see a lot of people that don't. Yeah. I didn't do it when I started. I would put,
I'm really bad with the keywords, but the brand is definite.
Blue dress, well, nobody's going to stop at that. But they're going to stop if they see, anthropology. They're going to say, ooh, let's take a look at that and see what's going on. So I think, definitely the brand name and the size is pretty much all I try to fit into the.
Well, they say, and Lauren, that Hot Chic Thrift, she's like a Poshmark expert, right? And she was saying that she does everything on Posh, and she does really well. But she was saying, don't put the size in, because right below it is where the size comes in.
Yeah.
I still put it in because I still have that eBay mentality.
Right.
But when you look at it, but there's a spot, so they tell you not to put it in your title.
Yeah,
and it does show. I still do it because, first of all, I'm really bad with keywords, so I have a hard time sometimes even filling up stuff. I know keywords is a big thing, but they say not to put that in, and she knows what she's doing.
So
it's searchable.
Yeah, because if they do a search, it's one of their search criteria.
Right.
So if they put medium, it's going to come up anyway, even if it's not in your title.
Right.
So they're saying, don't put it in your title. Although I still put it in my title because I'm an eBayer. So in my head, when I'm copying over, I say, okay, blah, 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 size medium. But so if you're looking to make up space, I mean, you can still do it because I do it because I can't help it. But if you're looking, if you have a keyword that you want to put houndstooth and it doesn't fit, take your size medium out and fit that in there, or something that would track whatever, however, I don't even know, lag and look or whatever they have. They all have those little keywords that I don't use. I'm saying them out, but I don't use any of them.
Yeah, I don't use none of them.
I'm really bad. That's what I said.
Another reason why you want to make sure to put the brand is because whenever you're sharing, and if there's a party. I don't know that is, what do you call it?
Free people or something.
If I don't know what brand it is, and there's a party that has that brand, then nobody's going to share my stuff if they don't know.
Right.
That is that's a good point.
But down below, it does say brand, you put in the brand, right?
Yeah.
Mhm.
But what
So-
the title thing is more like, you know how your eBay is your Google search. So
Right.
basically what you want to put in there is the brand. Like say I have a Michael Kors yellow flowered blouse. I want to put that in there if I can fit it in there, and then take the rest of it in your description. And then
Right.
that's where you put in whatever else, beautiful on a sunset day, wearing it at a beach or whatever you want to, talk it up to, and your just, your measurements like you do on eBay. But your
Right.
main title wants to be that Michael Kors yellow, summer blouse or blouse, long sleeve blouse or whatever. But your sizes and everything goes down at the bottom. But your keyword, that's what they're searching for, is
Right.
those keys in there. So that's going to help you with searching even through Google. Because I've had mine come up. I have some free people dresses that if I Google search it, it comes up in that Google search because it's a free people.
Right.
And that's what they're searching for, is what they're saying.
Right.
That's another thing they say. If you have this the model, not the model, the number, so you can tell what the actual
Style
name
number.
was.
Style number.
The style number. Yeah, thank you. I'm saying model number. Calling it a booth. That's it. I'm in trouble. They say that if you look up what the original, like some people are into like whatever, if they want that anthropology, blah blah blah.
Mhm.
There's a name. They have names for certain things. They do searches on that. I don't, but I guess I'm old school. So
Yeah.
all the young kids probably, and if they look at, and plus I think too, if they look at those fashion bloggers, which a lot of them do, and if they saw, okay, this is the anthropology, just say night and day shirt, I'm going to make up something. They're going to look up anthropology night and day shirt. They're not going to, you know what I mean? They'll look it up
Right.
from what they saw on the blog, the vloggers or whatever, those
Right.
fashion people.
Right.
That's what I've
Absolutely.
heard from other people. Although
Yeah.
I don't do it that way, and that's probably why. But I need to. I know that I have to, but
Right.
I mentally I just can't do it. I don't know what it is.
Yeah. Yeah. I
So I'm
completely
telling everybody else. I'm telling everybody else to do it. Do as I say, not as I do. I guess.
Now, do any of y'all ladies like go in and follow like the brand that you're selling, like Michael Kors? Because you can follow those on Poshmark also. So when you share like that Michael Kors, it'll show up in that Michael Kors as you follow it.
No, I don't know what you're talking about.
Like if you look up Michael Kors, like say you're selling Michael Kors stuff and you want to
Yeah.
look at them as a person or a brand, you can look them up and follow them. So when you share your Michael Kors, it'll kind of go into that search also with that followers, because he'll be part of your
that's good to
followers
know.
at that point.
How do you follow it?
Go and just find whatever the brand is. Let me see if I can find them real quick. Hang on.
So like Michael Kors.
If you go into like your feed, I'm trying to see if I can find it. And I sell Ann Taylor. Just go into your feed
Yep.
and then go over where it says, hang on, go back. You should see like recent brands you searched, whatever it was. Like I have an Ann Taylor I hadn't followed yet. Click on it and go to following. And so when you share it, share up inside there also.
Okay.
Oh, so that's a good thing.
Because it's part of your
That's a
followers.
good tip. Oh.
So that kind of
Yeah, because it shows your recent listings and then recent brands.
Mm-hmm. And a lot of people search by brands instead of just like searching on Poshmark. They'll go into their brand that they're looking for a lot of times. And if your shirt's in there because you shared it inside with your followers, they're going to see it.
Right.
Oh, that's a good tip.
So yeah, and you just go in there and follow. That was easy.
Yeah, it's real easy.
All right. That's great. All right. So Tam's Place says vintage leather coach bags sell good on Posh. I don't know.
I don't know.
Oh, she asking or she telling?
Yeah. She's asking.
Oh, I don't know.
I mean, they sell there's a lot of coach bags.
People, yeah, there's people that it's a coach bag. So if someone's looking for certain style,
Mm-hmm.
Right.
there's people that like just vintage. There's people that like just vintage stuff.
I would say that it wouldn't hurt to list it on there, because there are people that are looking for, specific styles of purses, and it can't hurt, because it's kind of like eBay, it's kind of I don't want to say it's a shot in the dark, but if they, if they're looking for what you have, they're probably going to buy it.
It's free to list. Just think about it that way. It doesn't cost anything other than your time. And once you have it on, you have it on.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's there forever.
It's there until you take it down. Yeah. So it's not going to sell if you don't put it on.
Exactly.
That's right. That is so true.
Mm-hmm.
Anything that it's one of your styles or whatever. I might like Coach, you might like Gucci. Everybody has their own different. Some people I like Target Massimo jeans. You know what I mean? Like, so it doesn't. Everybody has a different style and different things that fit different bodies. So you don't know what someone's going to be looking up. So,
so list what you got.
Yeah, list what you have.
List what you have, and get it up there so somebody can find it. And
I do say the younger people are more on Posh than eBay, but you know what? The older people like myself will come along and start going on, just like everything else. Just like Facebook. Facebook, all the young kids used to be on it. Then all of a sudden the parents got on it. All the kids are off now. They're onto something else. They're on Instagram or Snapchat or whatever. I don't even know. Yeah, so that's what happens. And the parents learn from their kids and they get on. Oh, the kids buy it for them. So even if you have something that you say, oh, well, that's like an older woman's or this and that, you don't know who's shopping. I could be shopping for my mother on there.
Right.
You don't know.
Right.
Well, and like I said, I like it that it's free. If it was a charge, then I'd be concerned. Then I'd be like, oh, I got to pay, 10 cents and it might not sell. It's free. I like that part about it.
Yeah. And a lot of that vintage stuff has come back in style anyway too, so it always turns around. So you might.
It's cyclical. Yep.
Gotta try.
See, Mother's Mustache. Y'all know what they charge to authenticate an item. Okay, we already went over that one. Shantae says, "How do you keep it organized?" I don't see a custom label spot like on eBay. No, there's not one. I think you probably have to do your own. You probably have to figure out how to, put it in your description. That would be one way to, that you could do that. What's up, Carol?
No.
I am sure you're so organized.
No. If I ever... No, I normally am, okay? I am like the anti-pack rat. I don't know what happened. I'll tell you what happened. I started going into thrift stores. I never went into thrift stores before, okay? I was just a retail arbitrage type of person. Mm-hmm. But I saw people on YouTube, and I'm like, they're selling stuff that's from the Goodwill more than I was selling my good stuff for. And I'm like, they're making 10 times their money. They buy something for $1, they're selling it for 10 or whatever. So I'm like, that's 10 times the money. I'm only doubling or whatever, and maybe tripling depending on certain things. So I started going. Well, that unleashed like a whole, and I started going to the bins. Well, if you go to the bins, all right, I have a problem. I come out with the stack of stuff, and I kept going, and then it kind of gets like addictive because it's like a new thing, right? So now I have so much stuff. I have hard goods. I have clothing. I have new clothing. I have used clothing. I have everything all over the place. If I can't find something, you don't understand. My whole basement, I throw everything in a circle, and then I start going through each piece one by one. Oh, yeah. I used to have it organized by, I have tubs. Like, this would be girls' kids' clothes and boys' kids' clothes. So it would be within the tub or whatever. I have a basement and a garage now in my office. My office is just starting to look a little bit better. I need to make some sales. I need to start pushing this stuff out. And then I have the stuff I had on eBay before I started thrifting. That hasn't even been put on Poshmark. I mean, some of it I've been trying to slowly put on, but it hasn't really. And then, so now I have some stuff that's on one, not on the other. I had 3 eBay accounts. So I'm trying to consolidate it down to one. I have everything all over the place, and it's making me literally sick. Like I used to call myself the anti-pack rat. Honest to God, I'm like that show Hoarders. If I did a video, you'd be like, "Oh no, this." You guys would fly in. You'd have an intervention from. You guys would fly in. You know how we did it for Tanya, like because she wasn't feeling well. We had a thing for her. You guys would have one. You'd be like, "Can anybody go to Massachusetts to organize this girl?" It's so bad, and it's making me like sick, and I can't. I gotta get it. You know what I mean? So I know everything is, and I used to be really, really, really organized. I don't know what happened. It got out of hand. The one took over. One took over, and now I'm trying to like get out, and it's not selling fast enough. Yeah. So, I mean, it is like I sell a couple hundred a month, but it seems like it's not. And I've been trying to like not buy as much. And the buying's the fun part. Like if I can just buy it and like get someone else to sell it for me.
You figure that out, please let me know.
Yeah, it's so bad though. It's
I think we all have that problem though. I think the more items that you have, the more apt that you're going to have, you're going to have stuff laying around. You're going to have.
I hate it though. It makes me like literally like I don't want people to come to the house. I know how those people on hoarders feel. But I do. You know how like they say they don't want people to come in the house? And of course, like when my house is spotless, no one comes to visit. I've had everybody and their mother come to my house lately. I'm like, what the heck? I want to clean it up so people will stay away, number one. But when my house is spotless, no one comes to visit. I had my whole dining room because I was listing. So I put everything in the dining room. I had everything all over the place. My in-laws are over. My mother's like, oh, my mother thinks I have a problem. She doesn't understand. She thinks, why can't you just get rid of this stuff? I'm like, well, I have to have inventory to sell it. She's like, well, you said you sold like 200 items. How come it's not going down? She doesn't get it. So I don't go into it, people. They don't understand. Well, if you don't resell, you don't get it, right? You don't understand. Like that's your inventory. And it did. I brought everything up, and then I was buying jewelry, boxes of jewelry. I still have stuff on my dining room table. I still have jewelry on there. No, and it's bad.
Yeah,
it's sad.
I understand.
It was clean. It was cleaned off, and then I don't know what happened. It got messy again. So unless you've been there, you don't know. And I'm trying to bring it down. Like I'm trying to downsize and probably buy smarter. Because at the beginning, I was like, oh, this was 20 cents. I got into that's it. Like from going from retail shopping to thrifting, especially at the bins, our glassware is 20 cents a pound. Well, needless to say, Brian's like, I'm not lying.
Wow.
You won't even let me look at glass now. I have glass and I already had a ton of crystal back in the day. You went to all those stupid crystal parties. Remember? Yeah. My friends always had them. I never had those parties, but I always went. So I have crystal at the yin yang. I don't even want champagne glasses. But yet I go to the bins, and if I see something, I'm like, it's not broken. Like that's pretty. I have like stacks of it, and he's like, "What are you gonna do with them?" Oh, like really nice glass platters. You know what I mean? It's like. I'm like, yeah, but they're so nice. He goes, yeah, but what are you going to do with them? I don't know. So I went through a phase that I was like really enamored. And I went to the bins this week, and I hadn't been in a long time, and it was a mess. So it worked out well this week because I didn't want to buy anything. But when you go to a thrift store and you see something, you're like, you don't need it.
No.
But you have to have it.
I know.
Yeah, for 20 cents, you're like, what? And then you start thinking, well, that's really worth like that's really worth $50. Yeah, you're like, this is how I put it. So I spent $50 at the Goodwill, like big deal. Like it's not going to make or break me. But I'm not thinking of the repercussions later when I have 50 pounds of clothing put in. You know what I mean? Oh, like Christmas stuff. I'm buying all kinds of Mr. Christmas stuff. I'm like, and then I do retail arbitrage. So I have like new stuff and old stuff and summer, winter. Like I said, it's crazy. So I need to like smart people hone in on a certain niche, I guess. I'm just like all over the place. But I think I like women's stuff better. I don't really like men's. I'm kind of getting out of that. And the kids. It doesn't seem to be going. I don't know about for you guys.
Yeah, I don't do much. I don't do any kids clothing. This sounds weird. I do
You do?
Well,
Doesn't everybody?
it's a late night show.
I do men's clothing. Men's
I don't know
shirts.
what to pick for men's clothing. I don't really know what's in on that. Like girls, I can say, oh, that's cute, you know.
I don't look at I don't think about style. I think about, like, I do a lot of vintage Western pearl snap shirts. Those things fly off the shelf. I can't hardly keep them in stock.
Yeah, anything vintage. I will, if I saw something vintage, I will buy. I have this. That's another fixation. I like the vintage tags. It just attracts me. I'm like, oh, vintage. I don't wear vintage stuff. I'm not a vintage, but I don't know what it is. Something about the tag. It must be nostalgia or something. I'm just like, oh, that's vintage. Like I have to get it. I don't know why.
The only thing
it's ugly.
The only thing that I think of is like Carol with these eyes, with the hypnotizing eyes, and they're just, and she's seeing this. I gotta have it. I gotta have it. But we're all like that. I mean, that's just.
All right, it's not just me. All right, thank God.
That's the funnest part of this job is looking for stuff, the treasure hunt, to find that really awesome item that and then really, I mean, yeah, it's about making money, but it's just about, for me, it's more about finding this treasure item that I've never found before, I've never seen before, and it's cool.
Mine's about the money. Mine's all about the money.
I'm not saying it's not about the money. I'm just saying
Me too, Carol. Me too, Carol.
A lot of times,
Oh, okay.
Well, I guess
no, but yeah, I know you
thinks that.
No, you're probably no, but yeah, I know. I get what you mean.
Like,
it's treasure. When you find something cheap and you can flip it for $20, it's like, whoa, I found something. Yeah, the thrill of the hunt.
You just know that thing you list it and it's going to sell.
Right.
And sometimes that doesn't happen. Like I'll fall in love with something and I'm just like, oh my God, that is just gonna fly off the shelf. And there's things like that I still have. It just didn't, it didn't do what I thought it would do.
Yeah.
I find that ugly sells. Like the uglier the outfit or thing, that's something that's like funky colors or something weird. It's ugly. I'll never wear that, but I always buy it because I'm telling you, that's the stuff that's when I say, oh, this is cute. This would be cute with the this and that. That doesn't sell. It's like sitting downstairs. But if I get something that's like, who would wear this? All of a sudden, it's like, it's gone.
Yep.
Yeah.
So I don't know. I look, when I go to the Goodwill, I do look for ugly. Like if something's repulsive, I go towards it.
Absolutely.
It's true.
Yeah. Very, very true. Let's see. Casper the Fake. Have any of you ladies tried the Moose Bar line, Casper the Fake?
I don't know what that is.
I don't know
what
is
it?
Either.
Moose Bar line.
What is that? Is that a website?
I looked it up and I did not find anything. So I don't know.
Who's saying it?
Who? Do you remember who wrote that?
Casper the Fake.
Yeah.
Oh, it's probably a troll or something, maybe.
I would say he's definitely a troll.
Whatever.
I don't know.
I find the trolls like, oh, I don't like when they say racist stuff, but I find them funny. I'm like, who cares? Like, go ahead.
Whatever.
Keep at it. Make it look like I have people watching my stuff.
I know, right? People watching me.
Yeah, I need those trolls in my videos. I don't do lives, but
I don't care. Come on over. I got.
You need watch hours, right? Keep them in.
Come on in there.
Gosh.
I didn't know what you were talking about. I'm like, is that an app? Oh, that's funny.
Yeah, I was like, I don't know what that is.
But that's how bad I am. I didn't even know it was a troll. I was like, whoa, what is this? Let me write this down.
I'm glad Sally looked it up.
Okay. All right. So, any more questions or comments? Hi, Michelle. Michelle just popped into the chat. I really like Poshmark. I'm really cool with it.
I'm going to try your method this week. I'm going to try your method. So up until midnight, you do it? From what time in the morning? Yes, I'm writing it down.
Depends on what time I wake up. Usually, I would say most times, it's usually 8 o'clock.
You do it at 8, but you're on your thing, so you're not. Are you doing it while you're on there?
Yeah, I'll usually do it maybe like 5-10 minutes before I go on, or sometimes, and I'm not gonna lie, sometimes I'll do it while I'm on.
Mm-hmm.
So now we know the secret's out. It's called multitasking. Hey, if you can do it.
That's exactly what it is. You have
so every 2 hours from that time until what time at night?
I would say I usually would say 10 o'clock.
Oh, Jesus.
Sometimes.
This is a commitment. This is one hell of a commitment. Wait a minute.
Are you sure you want to do this?
Yes, I will. This document.
Yes, I'm going to do it. I'm going to see.
Okay.
And I won't list anything new. Let's see how it works for one. This is going to be my 1 week.
Your experiment.
Well, do you list new stuff though? You do list. So
I list new stuff all the time.
All right, maybe I should list then. I'll do a day no listing and a day listing, and I'll see if it makes a difference.
Yeah, you can do that.
I'll be the guinea pig. What the heck?
But I haven't listed anything today, just because I was outside working. But yeah, I list something on Poshmark every day. Okay. I try to get everything cross posted. Excuse me, but.
What happened?
She just went. She must have sneezed. She got out for a second.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I was like, where'd she go?
Yeah, she just got out. She's quick. I'd be like, wait a minute. I'd be choking a line. You see my hands going towards the video.
Face when you make the sneeze. Wait a minute.
Yeah. So I'm going to try that though, because if it works for her, although that is every 2 hours, I have to give her credit for that. That's a lot of work.
That is. I might have to try that this week too.
I thought about trying to put a timer on my phone or something, or alarm on my phone to tell me when to do it, so that it reminds me.
Yeah, that's what I might have to do.
Well, by the time I finish at 8, it's going to be time to do it again. I'm also just say online. I'm also just listen. I got to teach my dog. Valerie gonna teach Ringo. Click here, click that. Click here, click that. Wouldn't that be good? You had a whole bunch of dogs clicking you.
Yeah. Got your dog up there.
Oh, Angie, so get this flip saying it worked for her too. She says you have to be very committed. Yeah. So see, there's another person. So, and Johanna says she does a 30-minute does work. So,
When did everybody start on Poshmark?
I started, actually, it was last June I signed up for it, but I didn't go on it until October. But I just put a few things on here and there. I sold $300 last year from October to December. And then this year, it's May something, and I've only had $318. Yes, I'm telling you my financials. My big $318.
What about you, Sally?
I didn't. I signed up for it in 2016.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. And I didn't do anything with it. I got in and I'm like, I don't know if this is for me or not, just didn't know about it. And so I didn't do anything with it until probably about 3 weeks ago, a month and a half ago, something like that.
And you already sold one thing, right? Is it just one or two?
I just sold one.
But you just started listing, so that's good.
Yeah. So I have like I think 40 something on there now, 40 or something listings. And I'm just trying to, list the stuff from what I have on eBay. I'm screen sharing my pictures and saving those to my phone, and then using them on my Poshmark app, and that's how I'm listing. So
Okay.
I think Val's trying to get back in.
Yeah, she's in the chat a lot.
Yeah. I actually followed you today, Valerie.
Yeah.
So Jennifer says, when I share, I sell. When I don't share, I don't sell. It's just like eBay. You have to be active.
Yeah. I agree.
Yeah, that's why I want to try. But every 2 hours, this is going to be a commitment. I'm going to be like, running. Oh, she's saying, not sure what happened. Yeah. I don't know how she can end it. Can she end it on her end? Or do we just get off and it ends?
I think it does.
I don't know how live works, so she can't get back in.
Okay.
If we get off, will she get off, or how does that work?
Yeah, I think it'll shut down if we all
throw
off of it. So
all right, well, we'll all leave so she can start sharing. I got to start sharing tonight.
All right. Well, thank you all for joining us. We'll be back next Monday. And so make sure that if you are not subscribed, that you subscribe, and make sure that you click the bell and so that you get the notification. And we'll see y'all next week.
Okay, bye everybody.
Thank you for coming.
Bye.
Bye.
Hello? Hello? Are we still there? We still on? Go find the chat. I don't know what happened. I don't know why I'm the only one here. Hello? We're still live. I don't know where everybody else went. That's messed up. They all left. They ended the show. Oh. Well. Alrighty then. I kept trying to come in and it was like kicking me out. So I don't know. Yep, they said they would be back next Monday.
They all left.
There's Nikki. They all left. We're still live, just so you know.
Huh?
We're still live.
I know, that's why I came on, to let you know that they all left.
Oh, okay.
They all shut down. They all said okay, goodbye, because they didn't figure you were going to come back on time. So
I always come back.
Said, all right, good night.
I always come back.
So I just came on to tell you what happened.
Okay. No worries. I was trying my best to get my butt in here, but
yeah. And they're like, well, and Carol and everybody's like, well, what do we do? Sally's like, well, just leave.
Okay.
So they all said good night and come back next week, and they all left.
All right. Well,
And then you came back. So I was just coming to let you know.
well, thank you. I appreciate that.
I didn't figure you had the chat up yet, so I thought, well, maybe it'd be quicker if I just popped on and said, hey,
Yeah.
since I always get the link anyways in the chat.
No worries. That's good. Yeah, it's still we still have daylight. It's not completely daylight, but it's not. I love it. I love it when it's still light at 8 o'clock at night.
Yeah, me too.
It's awesome. Well, hey Carol. I came back. No, I finally got back on. Okay. Well, I guess I will
I don't really have anything to say about Posh. I signed up for a Poshmark account and never used it. What the hell's that?
four-wheeler.
Oh, I thought you had a fart machine or something.
No, it's a four-wheeler.
Hey.
Hey, Mike.
I can't
No.
see the chat, so
Usually it takes me it gives me 15 minutes to come back. I think it's 10 or 15 minutes. So and usually I'm trying the whole time. I'm trying to get back on, but
and I had just popped back in when they were all saying that, or just before I left, and they were just like, "Well, I guess we'll go now."
okay.
Because you said you couldn't come back.
So thrifts a lot. You're awful. You're
What do you
awful.
think? What
All
do you think?
right. Everything going okay with you?
No, my dad's back in the hospital.
Oh, is he?
Yeah.
Oh.
We'll see what happens.
Yeah.
I still have my stupid cold, so.
Taking any medicine for it?
I was. I'm not now.
No.
I'm suffering through it.
Being a rebel?
Yeah. It was really bad. I mean, it was all congestion everywhere, but now it's just sinuses, so I just blow
Yeah.
my nose all the time.
Yeah.
Sleep with my mouth open.
I hope you feel better.
Yeah, I'll live. All right. Well,
You'll make
I
it
decided
through. All right. I hope everybody has a great night, and sorry about the interruption. And we'll see you guys later.
Bye, everybody.
Bye now.